Howdy ho, YTPC. I hope you're doing well. You're doing well, right? I hope so. It's a beautiful day out today. Oh, finally, in the 60s and 70-degree weather. Springtime. And that means the beard disappears. Yeah. Wintertime is beard time, but whenever the weather turns warm, we gotta get rid of the beard. Soon enough, we'll be outside. It's just too hot. It's just too hot to keep the longer beard and all that. And I mean, the wife was very supportive of losing the beard. She didn't want it all gone, you know. So I've reduced myself back down to where I was basically to whenever she married me. Just a matter of just a month or two short of here and now. And much to my surprise, she forgot what I looked like. I hope she's not too disappointed. I've kind of given her a hard time about it, but she keeps saying things like, "Your face is so round." That's a kind way to put it. But yeah, you know, I'm making do with what I got. You could probably tell from the title, there's 6 things that I wanted to talk about in this little video here. And the first of which, based on a bit of an experience I had just recently. Some of you may know this place, but if you don't, then maybe put it on your radar. I like to stop in at a particular brick and mortar called the Cigar Club. I do that whenever I find myself outside of Nashville in a little area called Goodlettsville. And I just got back from visiting 2 different sides of the family that live, like one's south of Nashville, one's north of Nashville. So while I'm there, the difference is that this time whenever I visited, I usually just pop in the store. You know, I look at the selection. They have great cigar selection, really nice pipe tobacco, although I think they're currently kind of cleaning out and moving some stuff around, but they usually have some really great selection. Not to say they didn't this time, it was just a little smaller this time. But they get the new stuff, you know? And they got some old favorites, oldie but goldie. And this visit was different for me, and it was wonderful. And the reason was I stuck around. So there's a fellow that always helps me out that runs a place named Dave. And Dave is super nice. He's always helpful. And I picked up 3 different blends from their bulk containers. And that's one of the ones I'm smoking right now. While I was there, I had a great time talking with Dave. Super nice guy. You know, it's the pipe and cigar community. You know, for the most part, everyone's pretty great. They're all really quite nice people. And he's an ex-military guy, and man, I just love talking with him. He was really great, super welcoming. He went ahead and hooked me up with some Galwith and Hogarth Turkish. So I've got a little bit of that to try, and I tried that along with he had like remnants of Marlin Flake left, and I haven't got to open my tin of Marlin Flake yet. I'm letting it age. So I was like, okay, well, there's 1 bowl full of Marlin Flake. I'll go ahead and take that off your hands for you. And just test it out, you know. His has been aged a little bit longer than what mine has. And that way I can kind of know what to expect. It was great. It was delicious. I think I'm going to really enjoy breaking into that tin. But what I'm trying right now is the other thing, the new thing for me. Eric Stokkebye's 4th Generation Black Dot. In a word, good. 2 words, better. Maybe it's more than 2 words. Better than I thought it would be. We'll say that. That's way more than 2 words. But I was a fan of it's the bullseye, the luxury bullseye flake. I was a fan of it. It did have one downside to it for me personally, and that was that it kind of bit. if I smoked it outside. I tried it in about 3 different pipes, and each time I did it, I was kind of outside, or I was in my car or something like that, and the wind just sort of picked up and it ended up biting me. And I need to smoke it indoors and see if there's any difference. But my takeaway was that it's the Cavendish. You know, there's something in that Black Dot Cavendish, which I think it has Cavendish. Tell me if I'm wrong here. But I liked it. I've got an ounce or two that's kind of stored away, you know, and I'm going to let it sit and age. But it made me curious about this, and so I got me a little 1 ounce deal of the Black Dot. And I think the difference with the Black Dot is that it has Perique in the center of it. And I gotta say, from like in a side-by-side comparison, they are very, very similar. I think they're using the same Virginias, the same sort of thing that you might know and love from the Bullseye, but with Perique in the center. This is my first bowl. It won't be my last. I think it's safe to say that I like this better than the Bullseye because it has the luxury Bullseye. It has not bit me. And I rode home in the car with this, and I walked the dog outside, and it never has bit me. And I'm about halfway down through the bowl here. So that's a good sign. And I like the flavor. I think I like the flavor better. It's leaving a pretty good room note too. So I don't know if you've tried this, and maybe your experience is very different from mine. You know, our taste buds are all very, very quite different. But like, if you like the luxury Bullseye, but it's been a little bit hot for you, or just if you like it in general, like, I don't think this is not a massive far cry step. It's very similar. I think I can pick out that it's just got like one different thing in it. And, you know, tell me if I'm wrong there, if they've actually used different stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same, but you can detect more of the typical, you know, Perique. It's not heavy in Perique. It's not heavy, so it's there, but you can detect it. I like it. I think it's better. So, back to where I was at the cigar club. I may head back down there and pick up more on my way either down to or back from Muletown. And let me tell you, it was just a nice experience. If you haven't stopped in there, because it's in Goodlettsville, go and check it out if you can. Talk to Dave. He's a really nice guy. We ended up, he like said, hey, if you got a couple hours, just sit down here. Let's watch some hockey, man. Let's talk some politics. And go ahead and test out some of your stuff you got. I'll get you a cup of coffee. So we had it was really nice coffee. And just listen to him. He's ex-military, and I'm not. So in those scenarios, I love to get people's advice on stuff from their side because they got a unique take, something I don't know. And whenever I get to the opportunity, the privilege to talk to somebody that's got a different idea, a different experience from me, I love sitting down and shutting up and just, you know, occasionally asking a question or two. But man, he's a great guy. He's really, really nice. I would love to go back there and spend more time and just pick his brain a bit more. But yeah. It's great. You definitely can pick up the different, like the Perique through the nose. It's really nice. But anyways, so that's the first 2 bits of business here. Let's talk Muletown, man. I'm decked out. Got my Briarworks on. I'm smoking my Nerup. What's it called? Nerup Structure. I really like this pipe. I bought it last year. I think I got it from Redeemed Pipes, and the stem is what got me. I like that little brass thing there, and it's got this really nice patterning on it, the acrylic patterning and all that. And I really like Nerup's designs personally. I've got 2 Nerups, I think. Yeah, I've got Church Warden up there by them. I really like. But I'm looking forward to going back. I'm decked out. Me and the wife are planning. Got the hat. Got Larry Blackett's George Washington. This is my like everyday, well, not every day, but close to it, carry here. And this is my like travel companion kit. I got my little lighter here, and it just rides side by side together. So Yeah, I get the pleasure, the cathartic pleasure of preparing myself and getting the couple of pipes I want to bring with me and picking out a couple of blends and pocket jars that I want to carry with me. Me and I think there's going to be about 3 or 4 of us from the Appalachian Ember Society from up here that's going to go down there. And this is going to be my wife's first pipe show. I've told her, like, she knows that I go, and I tried to get her to come with me to the Ohio show, and she was busy, so she couldn't do it. But yeah, and I'm excited because it's going to be the first one. I was like, you got to meet some of these people. They're so nice. They're so cool, and this is just a great vibe. It's a great hangout. I said, well, some of her family's from Columbia, or at least lived a long time in Columbia, so she's been to the town before. But I said, we're going to explore. We're going to spend some time. We'll go to some shops. We'll have a nice meal here or there, and we'll go hang out with everybody and everything. So I plan to go down Friday night. Last year was the first time I got to go to the Friday night hangout, and it was a lot of fun. It was really nice. So I got to talk with a couple of the vendors before they kind of told me a little bit about what wares they had out to sale and all that. So I'm hoping we'll have us another fantastic time. Planning on it. This makes my third time. Yeah, third time. First time I went by myself. Second time went with a whole bunch of friends. It was actually like a bachelor party kind of hang, all the guys together, and then this year I get to go with the wife and a couple of those same guys back again, so be cool. But hoping to run into a lot of you, and hope you can recognize the less hairy mug here, but come up and say, hey, I want to talk. And we're going to be around through Friday and Saturday, so if you see me around, let's talk. Let's actually, I know there's a lot of hustle and bustle. Okay, whenever it all opens up and everyone's going around and making your purchases and talking and all that, but then afterwards or even before, let's have us a smoke. Come up and say hey if you can spot me amongst the tons of people that'll be there. I'm gonna try and pick out some tobaccos to bring that we can share and just catch up. It'd be good. I know a couple of people. There's 2 people that I've heard is going to be going, and so I don't know who else to be looking for. So if you're seeing this video and you're going to be going, let me know so I can be looking for you. Say hey to you. I'm really looking forward to meeting the man, the myth, the legend, Porchpipertom. He is escaping the confines and is going to be joining us. And I don't know if it's his first year going to the pipe show, but I tell you what, I can already tell you, man, he's going to have him a good time. And I'm excited. Hopefully get to talk with him for a little bit. Him and the Georgetonian Gent is another. Yeah, hoping to get to talk with both those guys. Him and I think the Georgetonian Jet's son, they have their channel FistFullofBriar, and I get to tune into them on occasion. So I'm hoping that both of them will get to be there and all that, and so yeah, it'll be a good time. But if you're going, let me know. Go ahead and tag in the comment there so I can be looking for you. We'll say hey, we'll have us a good time, and come up and say hi to the wife and give her the warm welcome that the pipe community has. I myself, I'm hoping this year, that's one of the fun things about pipe shows is not only getting to meet the people, but also to get to see the stuff. My brother's really big into like colognes, and I went up to an event with him in New York several years ago, and it was so much fun because I know nothing about colognes, but my brother was just beaming, and he was getting to just bubble and chatter with all these different people that was saying all this stuff about ouds, different ouds from different places, different floral fragrances and all this. And it's just so much fun to be able to, for a moment, immerse yourself into something that you're dedicated to and to deepen your understanding and appreciation for everything. So it's really fun. It's really neat. And I wanted to share that with the wife because she hears me talk about it, but that's about it. So I'm excited for her to get to see that. It'd be cool. But I'm going to hope that we find some cool stuff. Well, I need ash here. Find some cool stuff. I'm personally on the lookout for a couple of things. Last year, I was looking for a Cavalier and a nice Meerschaum Rhodesian Bulldog, and I was able to find both, and I was very happy with that. And from Estate Pipes, I think I got one from Redeemed, I think, and I got another. No, I got one from the Pipery, and I got another one from Lazarus Estates, Jim Anderson. So this year, I would love to get a really nice horn pipe. If I can find one of those that's, really nice, particularly a smooth horn, would love to get a smooth horn. Or perhaps a Prince. I don't have a Prince shape. Would love a Prince shape. It would be really cool. Particularly, like if I could pick out like the best here, I'm thinking I need to do a bit of a change. I'm looking at doing a bit of a swap if I can, or at least doing a trade-in or something along those lines. I'm thinking about selling this one. It's a good pipe. It's a really good pipe. The problem is I just don't grab for it very often. It's my Peterson Dracula. And it's a great pipe. It's awesome. But it's with the bend in it, it tends to smoke really wet. And so I think it's probably just a little bit too much of a steep bend for me. So I'm going to see if there's anybody that might be interested in possibly letting me sell that or exchange it or, put it towards, hopefully, I would love to get a Dracula Prince. That's like the prime. Yeah, I would love a Dracula Prince in that, so we'll see. Maybe you can run into that, maybe not, I don't know. But anyways, Prince shape, and I'll be a very happy man. Saw buttons for your britches. Larry Blackett, he was doing I think he's doing Star Wars. Huge Star Wars fan. Grew up on that. Big Star Wars fan. So if he's going to be doing some Star Wars stuff, I may be picking up another pewter tamper. It's lovely, but yeah, if you're not going, you should reconsider. It's a really, really great event. But I've talked for a long time here, and I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and finish out the bottom third of this bowl here. It's great. The flavor, I think, is deepening, which that tends to happen. I'm actually picking up less Perique, at least in this spot in the bowl, and I'm picking up a darker bready notes from the Virginia. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, man, come up and say hey to me. Let's talk. Let's talk shop. Let's talk life. Let's just talk and have some fun. And I will be seeing some of you all down there, and some of you all I'll just be seeing on the next video here. I will have to make another video on any acquisitions or just a rundown of how it went for all of you guys that can't make it this year. Then next year we'll get you on the next one. But for now, best wishes. You take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one.